I hit the wrong one. The wrong intro. Welcome to Stargeekz. We're a little late. Sorry about that, but I'm here. What's up? This is Sean.
This is Olil.
This is Ed, and
we would be honored if you would join us.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. I'm glad we got you going with the the sound effects. Much appreciated. What's up, guys? What's going on? It's a crazy week. Listen, I'll be at Star Wars next week, so in Galaxy's Edge. So I'm a little like flustered trying to get everything together, but
jealous. So jealous.
Yeah.
I'm not. I live here.
Yeah, well, I gotta see this. I gotta see this guy next week too. So
next week in a couple of days. Shoot.
In a couple of days. Yeah, pretty.
So how long are you down there?
Till next Saturday.
So all right. So are we doing this? Are you guys going to be together for this one?
Next week? No, I think we're gonna be off next week.
Oh,
sorry.
Denied.
Sorry.
You got to do it live from the park. What time's it close on Wednesdays?
Oh well, I'm gonna be definitely live.
Hollywood closes at 8 or 9.
I might live stream a little bit, show some videos, whatever happens.
Hey, you should. There's some good stuff there. You can, you go through the lightsaber hilts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah. Well, I mean, Ed, you got all this stuff on. Looks like you got all this stuff on the stage. I don't know what any of this is.
This one isn't for the show. This is for us.
I was going to say you clicked on the wrong button, Ed. Was that Steve or was that Sean that brought that one in?
Yep.
No,
that's our Xbox.
That's our demolition derby. Although Sean won't be playing this week.
No, we'll not.
Actually, neither will I because I got to do homework so I can actually spend time with you this weekend. I got to get all my papers done.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Man, what kind of traveler are you? You don't pack your Xbox when you go on vacation?
No, I don't want to play Xbox while I'm on vacation. My son will have his PlayStation, so we'll probably play that. So we'll see. But Ed,
yes.
You got news clearly. So let's look at your news and run it through.
I have good news for you, my lord.
So Star Wars Outlaws, I am so excited for this game to come out just because I love open world sandbox format games. The fact that we're getting that in a Star Wars universe, it's getting close. We know it releases this year. They haven't given us a release date, but they're starting to it's got rated, I think, in Korea. And given the way that they rated it, it's brought up some questions because this could be the first Star Wars game that's potentially looking at a rated M for mature.
Oh.
So I don't know if it'll...
I don't know. I mean...
I don't know what would get it to that rating. If it's just the violence, I'm not sure, but it's just kind of the buzz that's out there. Anyway you shake it. I mean, obviously, I'm not worried about that. I'd be surprised if they went there because, Star Wars was made for kids. But hey, Deadpool plowed a new path in adult level content for things, so who knows?
I'm very one of the most anticipated games of the year for me.
Yes.
Hello, are you gonna buy this too?
I mean, can we all play it together?
No, it's a one player game.
Oh.
Are you not it doesn't seem like you're excited for it. Mind you, but you're a platform playing player, so like I'm surprised you're not like
I have a whole I mean, I still haven't beaten Spider-Man 2 yet. Like I have no time. Like I only jump on Friday nights to play with you guys. And then that's it. That's my game time. I don't have time.
And I'm going.
When does this come out?
We don't know. They haven't given us an actual date.
Okay,
yet.
so
it's supposed to be this year, though. It's supposed to be
this year. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's by the end of this year, then there's a possibility. Yeah. I mean, I know Alex will get it because is it on cross platforms?
Yes, I believe it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll probably end up with it on the PlayStation then. So.
Okay. Yeah, This is
Oh,
day
without doubt.
one purchase. Day one.
Yes.
Once they tell me to download it, I'm downloading that thing early. No,
This is going to be one of those games to where I will try to work my schedule so the day it comes out, I don't have to work.
I will not download it. I will buy physical media.
you buy a physical media copy?
Of course.
Yo, you are.
The only downloads I do are the free downloads. If it's on Game Pass or something like that, then it's free download. I will purchase it from the store, get the nice copy, smell the cellophane, cut it open, smell the inside.
Oh, that's mind you, you don't give a shit about the scratchy disc or nothing.
Rub it on my chest. No.
Pause.
I'd rather have the disc.
Okay.
I like the physical media, man. I like to own it.
But you like the physical media, but you won't get like the exclusive stuff though. Like you won't like if they're offering like a lightsaber or a blaster with this thing, which
it depends on the game. It depends on the item, right?
Yeah.
Like so I go back, as you can see behind me, a big Spider-Man fan, right? Huge Spider-Man fan.
Right.
They were having a statue with Venom and Miles and Peter, and I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? I don't like that statue, so I'm not going to get that version of the game. I'm not going to buy that.
Right.
Fair enough.
So I mean, if it's good stuff that's really cool and collectible and unique, yeah, I consider it. So,
Yeah.
Ed, I think you were going to the next page showing the.
So here's some of the reveal for Star Wars Day this year. This is just a few things that they were talking about.
So whose
Darth
saber
Maul.
is that? Is that
That's
Maul?
Darth Maul. Yes.
Yo, the whole box lights up and it makes the Duel of Fates sound. It makes the music to it.
That's pretty cool.
I know,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I don't how much that shit gonna cost though, because the thing is that thing is huge. So
I'm probably gonna get that hat.
They're doing a whole retro line. That's just the hat, but apparently there are T-shirts and other items that are going to be within that kind of retro look.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that hat. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, the artwork on it looks like from Droids.
Yeah,
I'm enticed by the lightsaber, but I don't think I need it. But I kind of want it.
Well, let's face it, in Star Wars collectibles, needs don't really exist. It's all wants.
I know, man. Like,
I don't think you really need.
but see, I think if
of it,
you get that, then I think you need to get a life-size Darth Maul bust.
oh no, that's gross. I don't like Darth Maul to that extent. I don't. I really don't.
Darth Maul is awesome.
Yeah, he is, but I don't like him to that extent to actually look at him as a bust. I don't think I need that.
I used to have the
And I'm not-
size.
And I'm not a real prequel fan. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to go see the Phantom Menace in movie theaters. I'm not going to go see that at all. There's nothing in my mind that takes me like, oh yeah, I remember going to see the Phantom Menace in theaters. I think we all remember going to see the Phantom Menace in theaters, and it did not live up to the hype.
Nope. And I walked out hating it.
And I was upset, and I didn't like it, and I was like, ugh. And then for years, mind you, real quick to get into this real quick topic, while we'll come back to our little bit of news, but I remember seeing all three of those in the theaters and not liking them, and we reviewed it on the League of Geeks, and we did not like it then, and that was like what, maybe 6 years ago. Hello?
No, yeah, it was 2016. We reviewed them.
That shit grew on me. Now, Ed, let me ask you a question. When you went and seen the Phantom Menace, I feel like you were dressed up to go see it. Is it? Am I
Guilty?
crazy?
Yes. I went to Phantom Menace dressed as Darth Maul.
Wow.
Shocking.
See, yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
My friends were actually upset with me because we tried to go as a group, and they couldn't go to the whatever the initial
Midnight
opening
show.
was. So I went to the very first one, and then I literally left the theater and met them in line and went right back in. And they're like, "You saw it without us?" I'm like, "Of course. I mean, I'm not going to miss the midnight showing in costume."
Now, my question to you: will you be going to see it again in the theaters when it's re-released?
Probably, because I do enjoy going to the theaters, although hopefully I don't have any of the rogues that you guys seem to sit next to every time you go to the theater.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I gotta start going with you. Clearly, obviously, I gotta go with you.
well, that and it's the Phantom Menace, so I really don't expect it to be crowded. So,
You know what? But you know what, Ed? You're wrong, because there are kids that are in their 30s that really like the Phantom Menace and like that whole trilogy.
True.
So I get it. And again, at the same time, I was of that age when it came out. So like I was an adult, but like I was in my 20s, and I was like, I mean, hey, I don't know. Like, I mean, did you now after you left, you said you liked it, or you were kind of like, eh?
So I was into the spoilers, obviously. I mean, it was dressed as Darth Maul on opening release, so I knew most of the storyline behind it. Like I said, I went to the first celebration, which took place before the movie was released, so I knew the story. Wasn't really surprised by it. I'm still not a fan of Jar Jar Binks, but a huge Star Wars fan. We had gone a very long time without any content.
Wait,
so I was excited for anything at that point.
Real quick, the heavens opened up and you just got bright all of a sudden. I don't know what.
We were talking about that earlier. My camera just makes me crazy when it does that. Man. Yes, the Phantom Menace is shining upon me.
Now, a little question for you.
Yeah.
When you went and seen it, like, did you have like excitement for it when you were in line, or?
Man, so like me and my buddy Robert, like we were really into all this stuff. We were collecting all the figures. We were, I remember we left a party. We were in high school. Left the party, went to Kmart when the drop of the toys hit. Bought some, the crappy lightsabers, the telescoping lightsabers and stuff, and like came back to the party, had a bunch of toys and shit. We didn't care. We're a bunch of nerds, and we had fun. And we actually busted them open, and we're just outside, just freaking, with a Darth Maul lightsaber and a Jedi lightsaber, just like messing around. And everybody came out. They're like, "This is cool shit." I remember going to, what was it, Pizza Hut, who had the cup topper, or was it Taco Bell? One of those two. Maybe it was getting all the stupid ass cup toppers. Yeah, we were hyped. And I liked the look of Darth Maul. I thought Darth Maul was going to be badass. I thought he was going to be like this trilogy's Vader. And then this hour, it felt like a lifetime. And I'm going to keep hating on the pod racing. I don't care. This lifetime of pod racing, watching that crap. And then seeing Darth Maul die and then not come back. Like, it was just like, what is happening? Like, they did a good job with him in Clone Wars and every animated feature since, but yeah, it was well after the fact. You could have established him. I didn't need General Grievous. I didn't need all this crap. You could have given me a robotic Maul. Like,
they could have did that.
Why? Yeah. Why take that character that was so hyped, was the card art for all the damn figures, and wipe them out? Like, I was mad. I got rid of all that crap. That did not keep any of it. I was like, nope, don't want any of this stuff. I remember those stupid little, what are those little sensor things that came with the figures?
The little chips in the chip reader that get all the sound effects.
It's weird. It's weird for me. Like I didn't buy any of that stuff then. I didn't buy a lot of geeky shit then. Back then.
Yeah, you were too cool.
I was a cool motherfucker back then, though. Like, it wasn't, it's weird, man.
Sneakers.
It was all sneakers. It was like fashion, polo. Like, I went to the Phantom Menace like decked out. Like, I had like the fresh kicks on. Like, it's different. It's a different thing. It's weird because coming from, I guess black people are different, but it was just for me, it was just a different kind of swag, I guess. And like going in, I was with one of my boys, and we were like, man, what are we doing? We're watching Star Wars, but we liked it, we enjoyed it, but it was just like weird. And I remember, I'm telling you, I was hyped when they played the 20th Century Fox.
Chills.
It went crazy. It went everybody.
And then the Star Wars logo, then the
Lucasfilm
logo,
logo,
the John Williams score. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I went with a group of friends and stuff like that, and again, I think we all walked out of it the same way, like, what?
Yeah.
During that time too, like, I don't remember watching a sci-fi movie in theaters and loving it. I fell asleep during like that Star Trek movie that came out during that time. Like, I just couldn't do it. Like,
It was
all those movies were disappointing compared to the movies we grew up with in the 80s, based on a sci-fi, sci-fi movies.
To me, that really, really like kind of set me off. It was the Jar Jar Binks shit. And that shit, because
I hated the whole.
If you were black, listen, wait. If you were black and you watched that shit, you were like, "What the fuck is this shit that's going on right now?" And you, because it was just like, what is this? Like, it's just it was like watching like Fat Albert Mushmouth kind of shit. And that, I think that offended a lot of people, man. It offended a lot of people.
There was a lot in the Phantom Menace that touched off. I mean,
you
had bad. You had the Nemoidians with their kind of an Asian accent spin to it.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a lot in that movie that when people started watching it, they're like, what the hell is this?
Yo, man, that shit was terrifying, man. I was offended when I got out of there. I was offended by that shit. And then the second,
like you still are.
Yeah, I still am. That it's definitely some bullshit. But the second one, they died back on him. Like they were we can't do that again. So it was more like, oh, Jar Jar Binks, that's all you getting from him, and that's it. And then it just over time, I think it got better, but there was no more Jar Jar Binks. Whatever happened to him, we don't know. But
it became a Sith.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically, it's crazy. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to get that. I was curious to know where you guys were.
Gotta get that off your chest.
Yeah, I
had Star Wars therapy for some.
Well, again, your feelings towards that?
Much anger in him.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate it.
So I love when they do this. Whenever anyone that was in Star Wars does any kind of press, they always have to talk about Star Wars, which I understand. So Hayden Christensen and Liam Neeson. Hayden Christensen was talking about, now we know that there was controversy with his portrayal of Anakin, and he kind of got poo-pooed on at one point, but he's kind of come full circle now. We've obviously seen him in Ahsoka. He basically says that he was very fortunate to get to be a part of Star Wars and to play the character that he did. And when they're talking about the future, he's just like, you're going to have to wait and see. I don't think it's a surprise for any of us to know that we're going to get more of Hayden Christensen in the future. It's already been put out there for us. Liam Neeson was interesting because he said that he very much enjoyed working with Ewan McGregor and George Lucas on The Phantom Menace. Now he's commenting that this was 26 years ago that they shot this. And I think his exact quote was, yeah, I'm too fucking old to do anything at this point. So we got a little bit of a cameo at the end of Obi-Wan, which was fantastic. Right. I would love to have him continue to do at least a little bit of voice work in future Star Wars, but I don't think he could care less.
But what? I mean, unless they continue with an Obi-Wan story, which I don't think they're going to, like, where are you going to throw Qui-Gon in?
Well, one of the things that I would like, and it kind of goes along with this next piece, they've got another book coming out. This one is The Living Force, and it talks about the Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon relationship. It's the year prior to A Phantom Menace, which I think would be a fantastic story because it talks about them and their interaction with the Jedi Council. I personally think this might not be a bad idea for like an animated movie. Something like what DC does, because DC has fantastic animation. You could do a one-off. Well, true.
Yeah, we did.
But you could do a one-off animated feature, and then you could get Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson to reprise their roles and do the voice acting for it. I think there's something there, but just my opinion on that. I'd like to see him in that. aspect.
Do you feel like we could get it in what's the Jedi, the cartoon, the live animated Jedi Tales of the Jedi?
Possibly. I mean,
Yeah.
but they're like shorts. They're really quick, depending on how this story is. But still,
those shorts are really good, and they already brought back Qui-Gon from this. So like,
but it wasn't Liam Neeson.
Yeah, it wasn't Neeson. No, I mean
that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're going animated route, I think they're going to get animated, voice actors who do that stuff. Will sound like it, and kind of move on from there. I don't think they're going to pay them through the nose to be a voice. It's just not, unless they're willing to do it for what they'll pay somebody else. There's no way.
Yeah.
And here was to your previous talking about the Phantom Menace going back to theater.
Ugh.
You're going to go back just to get this collectible soda cup and popcorn bucket.
Yeah, I used to have all those. I remember when all the plastic soda cups and everything. I kept them all, and then they all just deteriorated. So screw that noise. Then I bought those tin popcorn buckets. I have a Rogue One around here, and I'm like, what do I have this for? Like, what the hell do I need this thing for?
I think the only thing is at this point, nobody's going to be able to touch the popcorn bucket from Dune. That's
unbeatable.
Set the bar for popcorn buckets and sci-fi going forward.
Yeah,
in fact, you have to reach down the throat of a worm to get your popcorn.
Now, what would have been cool though? Would have been really cool if they made a popcorn bucket and it was like the shape of like a Naboo fighter, or like, the shape of like, Darth Maul, like, little riding thing.
Well, they have that stuff that they do at Disney. Like they have, but like so I know in California right now at Galaxy's Edge, I believe it's coming out. There's going to be a Jabba.
I seen that. I did see that.
And they do that a lot. Like there's a lot of ones. Like I think right now there might be a BB-8. There might be a few other different Star Wars ones. I have, it's downstairs. I have the little mouse droid.
Oh, okay.
It's a popcorn bucket.
Ed, now, did you see this at the Empire State Building this week?
No.
Yeah. Hayden Christensen actually was present at the Empire State Building this week, or was it last week? And they are, I think every day they're showing different things from Star Wars on the Empire State Building.
Why?
That's fantastic.
Celebrating Star Wars, man. Why not?
Yeah, but you think they'd save that for May?
Why not May the 4th?
Yeah.
I think it's all the way up to May the 4th.
Between now and then, we're gonna get a
put it out
month
for over a month.
Yeah, March to May 4th. That's what it is.
Holy crap!
Star Wars March to May 4th of the New York City delights fans with new products and stunning lights.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys have to make a trip, huh?
I was going to say, I think I might need to make a trip just for that.
Yep.
But if I'm doing it, I want the one with Darth Vader highlighted in red.
The red, yeah,
that's awesome looking.
Awesome one.
Yeah, so they're celebrating. They're celebrating Star Wars on the 86th floor of the observatory. Its observatory experience will remain open to the public through April 29th.
What do you think about that, Darth Vader?
Impressive.
It's cool. I've heard it's cool as shit. Like I haven't seen it, but
you're not. That's awesome.
Pretty awesome. So, that's actually, Ed, I thought you would have seen this. I'm surprised you didn't.
No, I did not see that. Oh, yeah. Now, of course, now I'm thinking, I'm like, how can I make my house look like that? What do I need to do?
It's easy. You should see what people do like at the holidays. Over here, they have like full movies playing through their windows with LED screens. I don't know how they're doing it, but you can do it.
Oh, might have to do
Ed, I expect you to have this done in the next month.
Actually, I think we might have to do some sort of Star Wars May the 4th special at this car wash.
Yeah, that would be dope. You better invite me, and you better make sure I come with a helmet or something. Like I'm coming with something. Like you gotta, let me know. Let me know. Yeah. So I wanted to bring up something real quick because it's about Acolyte and how like the hate for Acolyte is a little bit premature. Like it's really bad and
Isn't it
it's
what we always see?
sad. We always see this, and then we all know it.
This seems worse though.
This is bad. It's really bad for no reason though. Is it because of the director, or is it just because
Who's the
there's black
director? I
people
don't
in it?
even know.
Like I'm confused. Is it because of the main black girl? Is it because of the girl? Is it because it's Asians in it? Like I'm confused by why people hating this shit. What's the problem? Like,
Yeah.
I'm confused. Is it the old curmudgeons that are just upset that it's not their Star Wars? But you can't have your Star Wars. Your Star Wars has come and gone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't anyone wanting new stories? Like, what do you want?
So I'm curious. I've heard of the grumbling. I've intentionally ignored it. But what are you hearing that they're saying is their issue with it?
Oh, it's woke. It's all I see. All I see is, oh, it's a woke Star Wars. Disney is doing this to Star Wars. I'm like, yo, stop.
How can they make that claim from a trailer?
Why are we
you know what though? Like it's
everybody has a
story. God, it's just like the crap I hear with X-Men 97. That X-Men 97 is too woke, and I'm like, you realize what the story is, right? Star Wars from the beginning has basically been about like, the Empire, the Nazis, like,
yeah,
and it's the rebellion against that. Like what are you missing?
Yeah, a little. I feel like it's because the original Star Wars did not have.
They had a strong female lead.
Didn't have but it didn't have diversity of what Star Wars is now.
Well, and in 77, the cast was different. Yes,
it bothers me that I only love the trilogy because of what it was. The only person it was in that was of diversity was Lando, and it's like you okay with one per black dude, but when we put 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black people here, and we put more Asian people here, we put more diversity in it. Then all of a sudden, everybody starts to hate it. And is it because of the storylines? Because the storylines aren't that fucking bad.
We haven't even seen it yet. We've only gotten a trailer.
Yeah, but it was also Book of Boba Fett. It was like this. I mean, there were some fucking hangups of Book of Boba Fett, but it wasn't that fucking bad.
Yeah, I mean, my hangups with Book of Boba had nothing to do with cast. My biggest part was those stupid speeders they were driving around at 4 miles an hour. That was stupid.
They were fast. It was cool shit. It was cool shit. They were fast. But Obi-Wan. If you go back to Obi-Wan, the black girl that was the Sith, yo, they shit on that girl to a point where like I haven't even seen her anymore. And this is what's happening.
We've been talking about this for months now.
I mean, I know we've been talking about it.
No, we even brought it up on here. I mean, like, this is a problem, right? Like,
it's a problem.
And it's a problem because you're not open-minded for storytelling, right? Like, storytelling is storytelling. If you don't like the story, fine. But guess what? You don't own this shit.
No,
this isn't yours to own. Yours to do it. If you are good enough to do it, then go ahead and write your own shit.
Real shit. I like that. I really
you don't own it.
Yeah.
You can love what you love about it. You can hate what you hate about it, but like going in and being toxic and being all crazy about it, like it makes no damn sense.
You don't own it, man. If you want your Star Wars, go write your Star Wars and see how many motherfuckers are gonna go watch that.
Well,
good luck.
And not only that, like seriously, like this is what you have to do with your life is yell and scream from the heavens about this stuff. Like this is what's bothering you, man. Like get a new hobby then. Like I don't know. Like we argue about things on the show. I just talked about how much I hated Phantom Menace. Yeah. I'm still here wearing a Star Wars shirt. I'm still like here. I'm not sitting there yelling at I can't remember the kid's name who had terrible that he's going through some mental health issues, but like hating what Jake Lloyd, you know, for that. I'm like, no, like, you know what? It just wasn't a story that I enjoyed. That's it. I was mad that they killed the villain. Okay. You know, but we all have those movies where it's like, oh man, it didn't hit for me. But I'm not going on Twitter and blah 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 this and blah 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 that, blah 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 this. We'll talk about it on the show, but we're talking because we're having a conversation.
I won't go to a point where I'm actually hating and saying like, yo, this person or this, it won't go to that level. Like, man, that was terrible. But like, look, man, you gotta get your money, man. So that you gotta give, like, I just don't understand it, man. And like then it was like, you know, the director expressed her opinion on what she wanted and what she liked. And if you kind of read into what she's saying, there's some shit there that like you probably need to look at a little bit more, and it may come into this acolyte story, and you may want to kind of pay attention to that. Like, everybody's focused on, oh man, she hates men, blah 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 blah, no, her agenda. I don't, man, listen, man, stop this bullshit. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But everybody's gonna fucking watch this shit. You know that, right? Everybody's gonna watch this shit.
Yep.
It's gonna have so many goddamn views. It's gonna be ridiculous. That, and I love that part of it because I'm glad they did, and I hope it's so good that it just takes people out of whatever they said. They were just wrong about everything that they said. But then there's some people that's gonna still hate it just because.
And I'm looking at Twitter right now just to go through some of this stuff. So it's like, I'm old enough to remember when Star Wars had aliens in it. Well, if I looked at the trailer, there's lots of aliens in it. There's more to Star Wars than lightsabers and tunics. Yeah, we had a whole series that did not have anything to do with lightsabers in regards to Andor. We did have Ahsoka. Then we also had Mandalorian, which really didn't have a lot of lightsaber stuff in it. Yeah, I mean, there was the dark saber and stuff like that, but it wasn't with Jedis. I mean, Luke made a cameo, but that was really it. So, like, I don't know what people are getting at. Like, what's happening is they're looking for something to hate rather than just looking for what's enjoyable about it. You know what I mean? It's like the comment, right? It's easier to frown, you know, than it is to smile. Like, it's more effort to smile than it is to frown. So like, that's what's happening here. Like, people are like, it's easier to hate on something than actually enjoy it. That's it.
Yeah, just don't watch it. Don't watch it.
And there's no justification behind it, because especially the alien comment, I can think off the top of my head from the trailer at least 5 different aliens in a 2-minute trailer.
Easily 5 different aliens, like easily.
I mean, I had that critique about Andor, that there weren't enough aliens in it.
Oh my god!
But whatever.
It
was a critique, but overall, that show was fantastic.
Fantastic. Phenomenal.
Yeah, whatever. All I say is, for people like that, there's a lot of content out there. Change the damn channel. If you don't like it,
I mean, what?
Watch something else.
You know, because Carrie Ann Moss is awesome. Well, she was awesome in The Matrix. So like, and she can fight. So like, good, great. So, I don't know.
I just wanted to bring it up. It was just a mood point. It's like, oh god.
You know what it reminds me of? Chasing Amy. Remember when the black guy, who was the comic book artist, and he was talking about the Vader, it was the Vader thing, and he's like, what did Star Wars tell us? He's like, because cracker ass farm boy Luke Skywalker comes in and beats Darth Vader, the blackest guy in the galaxy, and then he takes off his mask and he's white. What does it tell us? We all wants to be white. Like one of the best scenes. It's hilarious. And but it's true. But it's like people take that stuff to heart. Like, oh, like, you know, and I don't get it. Like, there's a whole bunch of different versions of your characters. Enjoy them, love them, embrace what you want. But like the spewing of hatred makes no sense, especially for something that's not even out yet.
Yeah. Damn, be a judge after the first 2 episodes. Like, guys, was trash. Like, I can't believe I'm watching this. That's fine. You got your opinion. That's cool. All right, I get it. Hey, man, maybe it wasn't good. Hey, all right, cool, right.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe the story is not good, and that's fine. And then guess what? We'll all complain about the story, but I'm not complaining that there's not enough aliens, that there's not enough this, that there's not enough that. It's so weird
from a 2-minute trailer,
and I'm just so exhausted by having to like defend things. It's like, why am I defending this? Why do I have to sit here and defend? Yeah. Just enjoy it.
All right, Star Wars haters.
Hold on. Well, let's talk about Bad Batch and how much I did not like this last episode.
Oh, you did not like this episode either? God dang
it! Again, it's nothing wrong with the Bad Batch. I like the crew. It's just so drawn out, man. This is again still another filler episode. It's killing me, these filler episodes. That's it.
Yo,
just,
a little. I agree with you though.
And again, it's like, oh, cool. You know, Asajj Ventress shows up. You know, oh, you're thinking something's going on here. Something will go on. But you spent a whole 30 minutes of her, you know, going through, you know, some Jedi trials here with now I'm drawing a blank on everyone's name because, you know, my anger, my toxicity of fandom is coming out. It's just get to the point. Get to the point of the story. You spent a whole half hour telling me about M counts, and she's going to do a test on M counts. She really didn't do a test on M counts. My guess is she was testing her to be her Padawan. That was what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too, man. That's why I was like, oh, maybe she's doing this and maybe she's doing that. It didn't get to any of that.
No.
Like,
I mean, there was good stuff. There was nuggets in here, but man, to have it in a 30 minutes.
How many episodes are left?
I think we are just past the halfway point.
That was a tough one because they wrapped this up really fast, and like for a character of that, but I mean, we'll get to
She's
the
coming
end.
back. She's
oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she said it like it was in the. At the end, like I want to get through the episode first before I say something at the end, but like I'm gonna give my thoughts on the end. But you know, to have her come in was dope though, and to have her with that look was like I was like, oh, yeah, I like that. Like I liked her look. Like she was clean. Like she wasn't Asajj Ventress so old. Like you know, she was. If you didn't read the stories from the book, the novel, you wouldn't know anything about that, but. You know, I can tell the story now that Asajj Ventress had actually died, and you know,
well, we still don't know where does that fall in this timeline? That's the part we don't know.
She made a comment. She's got a few lives left, so I was.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm like, well, maybe she again. She came back. She hasn't. I don't remember her dying. I only remember her dying maybe once.
Yeah, we all thought Darth Maul died. Right.
Well,
he came back and he had.
She's a Night Sister though. Maul wasn't really. He got back by the Night Sisters. I think
that's what I'm saying. Like, does she have those resurrection powers? Is she kind of a ghoul at this point? You know,
she was apparently killed with Force lightning and then brought back to Dathomir and put in one of the pools. So there's there was a lot of things that could potentially. I don't know. But again, we still don't know where that fits in the timeline.
Yeah, but remember, Jedi Fallen Order, there's a Night Sister there. There's a Night Sister in Ahsoka. How many Night Sisters are left? Is the question. And can these Night Sisters bring her back? I don't know. I really don't.
A lot of questions. You know, one of the things in the very beginning of this, I like how Crosshair is fitting back in with the group. Just a little banter.
I did too, and I like that it seems every episode it seems more and more that that the bond there is very strong with all of them, not just you know, he's always felt off. You know, he's always felt like not a part, even in the first season when he was a part. But this very much so. Like he's taken up a more of, I feel like, more of a parental role than Hunter. It's like two side, it's like two different parents.
My three dads.
Holy
shit.
crap!
Oh shit!
There you go. Or it's Full House, right? Because
you just blew it all up real quick. I was gonna get my three dads, three men, and a little baby or a little lady,
or Full House. I'm gonna see like Hunter is Uncle Jesse. Crosshairs is Danny. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And then you got Uncle Joey. I like it.
Yeah,
Makes
but
sense.
Omega is, man. I don't know, man. If they don't grow this girl up at some point, man, like I'm tired of this little young girl. Like she need to get big fast.
I like how Batcher was afraid of Asajj. He would not go in that cave, or she would not go in that cave. And when Ventress showed up, she went and ran to find the rest of the Bad Batch.
Yo, he backed up real fast, didn't he?
Real fast.
I mean, again, you're right. There were some really great moments because when she started battling them and she had that look on her face, like, I'm about to kick their butt. Like that was really, and honestly, they could not contain her. Like, they need more training than anything, because if you're going into a battle with the Empire and you got one Jedi or one Sith, whatever, she's not either one, but she's beating y'all, there's a problem. Like y'all need some help.
One of the things that I thought was really cool with that hand-to-hand fight scene, and I don't know if this was intentional, but we just got the trailer for Acolyte, and we made comments about the hand-to-hand combat. This fight scene was very much like what we saw there. And so this is kind of the first time that we've seen a lot of this almost kung fu-esque battle in hand-to-hand combat in Star Wars. Right. So did they intentionally release this episode after that trailer?
Maybe.
So it was, it was some good fighting. It was, once again, I was too dark, which drives me crazy. I don't know if I'm just an old man.
It doesn't make any sense in animation. It just makes no sense.
Turn the lights on.
Basically. When they were talking about getting the information, and I had to cringe when Omega's like, it's for a friend. I'm like, seriously, we're going to go with that one?
Yeah, just shut up already and just tell her what the problem is. Like,
and then when she says about it making you force sensitive, she goes, so I'm a Jedi? Like, just that quick. Oh, no. Yeah, so no, we're talking about you.
What? Huh?
That was a cringe moment.
Play the Larry David music, man.
Yes, that would have been very fitting there.
Golly. I mean, what'd you think of her outfit though, Ed? Like, I love the little bandolier thing she had on here on the side.
Oh yeah. No, I love the look that she has. Everything. So
selling them toys. Sell them toys.
Outfit, hair, her saber. I enjoyed all of it.
San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, a little.
Oh, for sure. Or D23 or next year's celebration.
Mm-hmm. When they got their guns back and they played the theme for the Bad Batch, that was fantastic.
It was really cool. Loved it.
It was just that moment of, okay, yeah, you got the best of us. Now we've got our guns back. Now let's go. Which they still got their asses handed to them, especially when Omega shows up and she's got him pinned to the ground with a lightsaber. She's got Wrecker held up with the Force in a chokehold.
Yeah,
I think Crosshair was unconscious and knocked out. So, yeah, she put the work in on him.
Yeah, and she got a yellow lightsaber. What?
Yes.
Okay, now you just changed up the game a little bit. Like, yo, what? Yeah, so, although I mean, we're gonna talk about it, but she has a whole story. There's a whole story here that they're gonna need to tell, and I'm pretty sure, although like you said, she's gonna get her own show. It'll be Asajj Ventress or something, but I'm 100% sure she's gonna get her own show. Well, the voice actress already hinted at it. Is she a strong enough character to have her own show? I would say yeah. Why
Well,
not?
this goes to what I was saying in the news. Like, there's some great content and it's canon in the different novels. Why can't we take some of them and again give you like a little animated featurette? You could take the story with her and Quinlan Voss and give us an animated movie.
Yes.
It fills in the gaps. It's great content. You don't have to worry about giving you I don't even know how many are in here, 16 episodes, and then you get to have a Lil go crazy because of all the filler episodes.
Although you got something on your mind. What you gonna say?
I would rather see her be a part of the bigger live action television universe.
To bring her to live action?
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know. I would love to see it, but I don't know how it fits in the timeline.
I don't.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know where all these timelines are going to intersect.
And
I mean, we've got the easy out, right? You got the World Between Worlds, and
yeah, but
Ezra can go in and just start picking up his Avengers, multiversal Avengers. And
my issue comes into where Order 66 starts to become less and less.
It already has been though. But how many Jedi are running around?
And that's my point. Don't make it worse. Don't have her now continue and survive. Like you basically make Order 66 absolutely pointless because nobody died.
But also the problem though is if we keep going back with prequel after prequel after prequel stories, like they hold no weight because we know the outcome.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, how many of these prequel stories can you tell us when there's no weight to be held? Like we know, Andor was special. It was different. They were able to do something different there to actually get us still to be very involved, but it's hard to do. I think that was the problem with the prequel trilogy. Like the prequel trilogy is like, well, we know the Emperor's coming here. We know what's happening. We know Anakin's turning bad. We're all just waiting for it. And I think that might have been some of the problem with some of those stories, because they're trying to fill in this world, get us to care, but by doing all that, we cared less. And I think with some of these characters that might not be, that's why I said, like, give me her in some live action, give me her with that. You brought in the Night Sisters in live action, you brought that in, so there's still that possibility. And
she's in one of the coffins.
So
she could be.
So let me tell you, in Dark Disciples, Quinlan Voss buried her on Dathomir.
Yes.
So burying her on Dathomir probably did nothing and brought her back to life.
Maybe.
I think you'd have a better story. I wouldn't take that story from the Quinlan Voss and her.
Is that story canon?
Yeah, it's canon.
Yeah.
It's definitely canon. It's definitely canon. So anything from a certain point and on that are in the graphic novels or in the novels is all canon. There's nothing that's not canon, I think, from the novels that they've written recently.
Well, that's why I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
since the merger,
I don't read.
Yeah. But I'm sorry to hear that. But I don't read either. I listen to audiobooks.
Well, as do I.
I read enough textbooks and stuff for school now that I don't want to look at pages.
But I mean, a little like, again, like I think,
well, an animated movie is fine, or an animated feature is series is fine, but it's like, again, how many of these are you going to keep building up to, and where is the end game? What story are you trying to tell? Mm-hmm. And that's the only thing. Even with Acolyte, like I'm interested because it's so far back,
right,
that it's cool to see some of those things. And like, we know, like, those stories can be told for a long time. There could be multiple sequels to that series.
Oh yeah,
leading up to other things. And you could even bring back characters, like we said. You could bring back Yoda to that
Yep.
series. Yoda could be a part of that series.
Yeah.
No, he's alive at that point.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see if we will get a little bit of a young Yoda, and maybe secrets that will be hidden that does happen, and that the Jedi do not know what goes on in Acolyte, and it's
Well,
clouded.
they have to not know, right? Like because they said it in was it in Phantom Menace that
and people are playing. People are
right?
really playing up to that, whatever he says. So I don't know, man. Like there's got to be something.
So maybe it's Yoda that hid this secret.
I can see that.
And because of him hiding this secret, it started that snowball effect that became Palpatine and Vader and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, the filler episode, you got to see Asajj Ventress control a monster, and was really cool.
She had a few good lines too when she talks about that they were all pawns in the war and that everybody lost.
Agreed.
That the Empire is the enemy of everyone and you cannot defeat them. So, one of the things that, and I'm curious to see what you guys think on this piece of it. So she gave her these kind of half-ass tests. Whatever.
Yeah, they were really bullshit tests.
She says
that's
at
why
the
I was
end,
so bored. We saw her for 5 minutes standing on one foot. I'm like, why am I watching this?
Yeah, I mean, it ties to kind of what Yoda was doing with Luke on Dagobah, but
agreed.
But ultimately, when she at the end is like, okay, an M count midichlorians, it's in everybody in varying degrees. If you have a lot of it, you're force sensitive. And that's when she's like, well, no, you're not a Jedi. Jedis take training. But she's kind of tells her like, nope, you got nothing. Now the clones call her out and are like, you're lying. But is she? So I'm just wondering, we know that there is something special about Omega. I think that she has a higher than average M count, midichlorian count, which is what makes her empathic. That's how she can kind of sense things with regards to Crosshair. That's how she kind of has her connection with Batcher. But I would be excited to think that, okay, that's it. She's not a Jedi. She does not have Jedi level M count or midichlorians or abilities.
I did not want her to be a Jedi.
No. I'm going to the point of, okay, what makes her special and why the Empire is hunting her is because if we think about when they were doing the test, because they were doing that test on all those clones. And the only thing they were worried about is when they would go through this process that there was a degradation in the M count from batch 1 to batch 2. So basically, if we cloned you, we saw a drop off of this M count. She did not have that drop off. Doesn't mean she's a Jedi. Right. It just means that whatever it is with her blood makes, if you're cloning a Jedi, likely to happen. So it makes her special, but not a Jedi. That's my hope. Because again, nothing is special if everybody's special.
I agree with that. I mean, like, everyone's got powers.
Yeah.
So it's a problem I had with Sabine in the Ahsoka series, right? Like,
yeah,
she should be a Mandalorian.
Agreed.
I don't want her sitting there using force power. Like,
I don't want her. It takes away from her character.
Absolutely.
It took a lot of.
Yeah, she could train with Ahsoka on how to fight and wield a type of saber, but force push and all that kind of stuff. Like, no, she should be using her Mandalorian abilities.
I agree. It hurt her character in many ways because again, Sabine was one of my favorite characters from the Rebels, and like to see because we didn't get it that she had none of that force power stuff and like all that, and now I'm just like, I don't really need all that. But I mean, I hope Omega doesn't have force powers. I'm hoping, but like. I'm pretty sure they'll probably end up giving them to her anyway, just at the end or something crazy. I you know what's weird? I just don't know where the story's gonna end at the end. Like I just don't know. There's so many filler stories in here that they're not getting to the big point of everything. And it's like when we're only gonna get it in the last 3 or 4 episodes, and we're all gonna be like, oh man, this is crazy. The last 3 episodes is amazing. But the whole season we got all filler episodes. So I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like you invested all this time and money in storytelling. Like I don't know what you're building up to.
Yeah, it was a
It's-
big build up in the beginning, and we get to this middle section, and we're all like, "Ah."
Yep.
So, well, that was episode 9 of the Bad Batch, The Harbinger. Again, we got to see CSI's Ventress. Cool.
Absolutely.
You know, great to see her again. Nice to see, she's still alive, I guess, wherever this timeline takes place. I mean, it was a good episode. It was a filler episode. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a good season. It's not a bad season. It's
right. It's good. It's just this is where I would like I would take Steve's advice, right? I would wait till the end and binge them together because it's like the week to week. It's tough. It's tough.
It is. The only reason, I know you watch is because we got to come on here every week.
Because of here. I'm not joking. If I was, that's why I asked you. Like, Sean, are we recording? And I'm waiting for the answer. And I'm like, all right, I'll just watch the Bad Batch, and then I'll watch X-Men, and then I'm happy I watched Bad Batch first because like X-Men, I was like, ooh. So
good. X-Men, yo. The crazy part is, I watched Bad Batch first and watched X-Men, and it was a good palate cleanser. I was like, this is really good.
That's what I'm looking for. But yes.
But yeah, that's really it. I mean, again, next week we will not be there. I will be at Galaxy's Edge. I will be posting videos and pictures, and me and Lil we'll cuddle and hug each other and all that kind of good Star Wars
on Saturday.
On Saturday, I will be in Florida. Time, man. I have not been. It's my first time going to Galaxy's Edge, so I can't wait to everybody else has been there that I see, and I'm just like, man, I finally got a chance to get here. Hopefully it won't be like a 20,000 hour wait line to get on the Millennium Falcon, but he really shits on my hopes.
I'm just saying. I mean, it might not be. It might not be too bad.
I'm going on a weekday, so we'll see. I'm not going like near the weekend.
First thing in the morning, that gate's open.
Oh,
run.
Run. I'm not running. I ain't running. It ain't.
He doesn't want to scuff up them Jordans.
Yeah, I'm wearing Jordan 11s too. I ain't messing up my shirt. No, I'm wearing comfortable shoes. But yeah, listen, we said it all. Thank you for joining us on the show tonight. Please like, subscribe. We got new listeners. Thank you for joining. We are. I think we had the 100 mark. Which is really great. We passed the 100 mark on subscribers. Hopefully we can just keep building up them subscribers. And enjoy the show. Let us know in the comments how you like the show, or what we can do better. And yeah, I appreciate you guys coming and listening to us every week. Thank you. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
And this is Ed.
And may the force be with you
always.